going slow, we're cruising through the night. Heavy strings echo, making everything feel right. Let the sound lift you high, let it soar. Heavy guitar, thumping bass, it's a groove. Moving in slow motion, we're ready to move. Persevering through the night, hear that electric sound. In this rhythmic journey, we're forever bound.
I don't know what the hell that song was. I don't know where it came from.
It
I
was
don't
good.
remember doing it. But anyway,
Didn't sound
here it
bad.
is. Man, let me tell you, it has been a crap show trying to get this thing going. First off, thanks for anybody who stuck around any length of time for this thing to go. My internet has been spotty. My computer had to restart a couple times. Enewtabie sitting there looking at me like a frog holding a wristwatch, like I don't have any idea what I'm doing because everything's messing up. Anyway, how's everybody doing? It's been like, I feel like forever since I've gone live.
How long has it been?
I miss you. I don't know. It's been a while. I've been busy, man. I've just been busy. Glad to see everybody here. I'm glad to see you, man. You very politely keep asking or saying we got to do another live. We got to do another live.
Yeah.
It's just been busy. I miss everybody. I'm glad to see everybody here that stuck it out because the algorithm will not be kind to us tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
How about you, man? You been doing all right?
Yeah. Yeah. Got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, you do.
Good things going on.
Good things? Yeah, you got good things going on?
Yeah.
So,
It's some interesting things going on.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely some interesting things going on in the world. Let's say hey to the folks in the chat that have been kind enough to put up with my shenanigans and tomfoolery tonight trying to get this thing going. Sorry about being late. Alex B is here. Apparently it's inventory time. Sorry about that. David Andrews. That may be sarcasm. I don't know. We'll have to ask him if he pops up in the chat again. Yeah, that's us. That's you telling everybody that I'm being being slow. Anthony Sanchez is here. What's up? Man, it's been a while, Anthony. Thanks for showing up. Disciple 860, great dude. Glad to see you here. Thomas Wynn is here. What is up? Zeta TF, one of the funniest guys in the Transformers collectors world or toy collector world. He's hilarious. Oh man, look at this. Two biggest inspirations. You have incredibly low expectations.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Is my audio coming through all right? Because I was having trouble with that too.
Yeah,
all right,
you're good.
All right. Yeah, it has been a minute. All right, that's everyone that's here now. Thanks, everybody. So, some time ago, I don't know if you remember, I did I guess it was a review on Riot Press Productions, Last of the Seekers. This was wave 1, or this is actually wave 2. We'll show some more of that later. The comic, the Seekers. I guess first thing is a brief history on even what it is. So Patrick Thomas Parnell, a guy that's done comics for a while. He's worked with Ace for a good long while. Actually, Rom and Toy, I think they produced the figures. They didn't design or particularly engineer them. They just produced them. The guy that Piotr Sidoruk, I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, is the designer. And then Patrick Thomas Parnell, it was his ideas, his comic and everything. I'll show the comic too. But Last of the Seekers is essentially a love letter to Transformers, GoBots, Gundam, all that stuff. It's not third party. It's not KO. It's not whatever folks you typically think of when you think of things like, New Age or Mastermind Creations or Fans Hobby. It's a first party creation. But it is like the same way with his Johnny Phantasm comic. It's all his ideas, but it's like everything you loved about 80s, 90s characters, comics,
Okay.
figures, stuff like that. So it's like a nostalgic nod to Transformers, GoBots, Gundam,
Mm.
all that era of stuff. So I did the review on the original one. I forget which character, and it wasn't. I'll be honest, it wasn't like a knocked out of the park review. Right, there were some
Right.
issues with the figure. One of the biggest issues I had, I think, is the price at the time. They were like $80, and it's basically chug scale figure, and I'll show the figure in a little bit. But it was pricey, and I get it. I mean, it's hard to get a figure like that out and not be expensive. Um, but good news is Wave 2 is launching tomorrow. The link's in the description. And the figures, if you pre-order the figures directly from Riot Press, riotpressproductions.com,
Mhm.
then they're $39.99. So,
Oh, okay.
I mean, essentially
Yeah.
the price of a fairly typical chug scale Hasbro figure. Once they hit BBTS and everywhere else, they're going to be, I believe they might be at Agabus too, if anybody's ever been there.
Hmm.
But BBTS, they'll be 45. So still not outrageous. So that immediately makes most of the issues I had with the first figure much more palatable, because that $90 price, you expect a lot, and you
Yeah.
should.
Yeah.
So yeah, there were some minor issues I had with Wave 1. Like there were some loose joints I didn't really like that much, but it was a good first start. Wave 2, this is actually the jet mode. Let me show this first. So this is the jet mode. I have wild card, which I showed in the thumbnail. I can't transform that. It's still like the last step to production. He said, like, be careful of some of the parts. It's not, the one I have is not the complete bit.
Right.
But I mean, it's a cool design, man. Like this is G2. There, sorry, hit my mic. This is G2 colored Max. So,
Yeah.
like, it's a solid figure.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, look, very G2.
Yeah, it's definitely G2. Solid figure. It's like I say, it's chug scale. Let me get something here that might help. I don't have a lot of stuff transformed, but there's whatever sunscreen that was. So it's not overly. This is about the size of Earthrise, Starscream, stuff like that. But and it's solid. This is way more solid than the first one I did. So you can see right there, these jet pieces right here. These come off. These are like there's a good bit of parts forming in it that I'm not a massive fan of, but you can basically make these do different things with it, put things in different spots, and kind of make it a new or different character based on where you put stuff and transform. But
Wow.
lots of translucent parts, cool G2 colors on this one. Now there's tons of other ones, but this is the alt mode. Good, solid figure.
Does cockpit open up?
It doesn't. So that's a 3-piece cockpit. You'll see on Wildcard that. Let me get this out of here. You'll see on Wildcard when I show you how this piece looks in the chest. So this middle piece right here tucks under, and these two side pieces slide together to become the chest piece. And I'll show you what that looks like. But like these pieces right here, these two thrusters, they become thrusters on his back, but they unplug. You can use them as a gun or anything like that when he's in robot mode. One thing I do like about it, and I'll try to show it if I have some out. So, like the one thing that annoys me about a lot of, it doesn't happen a lot on bigger third-party stuff, but tabs, like when the tabs show in robot mode, or whatever, happens a lot with mainline stuff. What they did is, so there's two tabs in here inside this rear piece. This is the arms, so the arms tuck back to make the back. The tabs actually, the whole, I guess it could be easy to lose, but they come out. So you can take the tabs out and reposition them in other places on the figure to put stuff. Like you can take a tab out. This piece right here, this whole under piece, this is a shield that parts forms on. You can't really tell, but like,
okay.
let me get it off of here. I bet I can probably take it off and show, but yeah. So like this piece right here actually completes the jet mode. I wasn't prepared to do this. There you go. So that's the underside of the nose cone right there. This little piece right here that clips on. It almost looks like a foot, but it goes under the cockpit. But it's a shield in robot mode. You can open it up and mess with it, make it, wider, fold it in, whatever you want to do with that. But see all these holes in them right there? Well, the little tab pieces that are inside that I was telling you that was holding these arms together back here, they come out and they can slide into these holes so you can position stuff around.
Okay.
Or if you don't want the tabs to show, you can just remove them and just have a much cleaner looking bot. Let me go ahead and show this one. This is the star of the show. Right here. So this is Wild Card. So the idea of this one, because he's a real big fan of nostalgia. This is meant to be DC Comics animated Joker colors: the purple, the green, the orange, all that. So it's a kind of a nod to Joker from DC. But this is what they look like in bot mode. So nice looking. Again, looks kind of mainline-ish.
Yeah.
But without all the hollow junk.
Yeah.
And you can see what I mean. So this, let me show you side by side. So this purple bit that's around the thrusters right here, that is this. That's the part that's wrapped around them. So that folds in on itself to make the rear.
Oh, okay.
And then the thrusters here plug in. Like I say, you can take those off and make a gun out of them, whatever you want to do with that. But yeah, so that is Wild Card. Now, like I said, I can't transform it, but even this one is not as loose as Wave 1, because like with Wave 1, I could do that and the leg would fall and the hips would rotate. It was a rough first start. This is not like that at all, and this isn't even the finished product. But you also get with these, won't be this one, but it'll be one like it, like an alternate head. So you can pop the head on there if you want an army build.
Oh, okay.
More like a almost like a shockwave.
Yeah.
And, you get I actually have his guns. Let me grab these instead of showing off Max's. So that G2 one I had was Max. So there's the shield I was talking about. You pop the tab right inside there. The tabs are already installed on him. So there's the head for it. White with the green eye. The shield tabs that you can move around. Green, I can tell you these already feel better than even the originals did. Green for him for his swords. Got a thing right there where you can tab that on so you can carry it. White for his rifles. Yeah, much. I mean, I don't know what they did different this time, but these feel like. Here's the one for Max. They feel much better. Max comes with translucent weapons, which I think is cool. But also has gimmick. So I don't have them in here, but it'll fire the missiles from those guns that are on the back. I think that's kind of cool. So that's spring loaded. But yeah, man, I'm excited about these. I wasn't, and I mean, you can go back through our chat, and there were some mixed reviews on the Wave 1 stuff.
Right.
But this one, I transformed. Not an easy transformation. It's a puzzle. But you get some good instructions and feels like it's made really a lot better. I guess maybe I just have a bad memory, but it just seems a lot better produced than the first go round. That's what I was talking about with the cockpit. So the cockpit thin right there, you can see
Yeah.
it opens up, and then that piece right there folds out to complete the whole front.
Oh, okay.
Once you do it one time, it's not that bad. The first time you transform it, you're probably going to cuss a little bit. But man, I'll probably will end up getting some of these. I'm hoping that Ace has some at Toylanta this week. He may not. I don't know if he will or won't have any. But if not, I'm going to order. They go up for pre-order tomorrow. So the Wave 2 stuff. I don't know what time, but again, $39.99, not a bad price for that. It can slide right into your chug scale stuff without any issue. We got iBeamer's here. What's up, iBeamer? Ba weep grana neep beep titty bong. Whatever. Did I say it wrong?
I can never say.
What's up? I'm going to Toylanta Sunday morning. So I'm going to wake up first thing Sunday morning. We got work to do Saturday, so I can't leave Saturday. What's up, Lone Dragon? It is pretty. The G2 one, Max, I think is real pretty. I love
Yeah, I like the color.
goofy colors. And I like the, let's see if I can show this. So this is, so there is, that's wave 1, I think. Is what that one was. And then there were some exclusives like a Starscream color. There's the artwork. That might be Max. But I actually had, yeah, there's Max all the way to the left. I think I had Surge as the one that I had. But the comic, see the cover to the comic. I hope I don't have to send this back because I actually really like it. And I haven't read a lot of comics lately, but here's the comic. Then there's Johnny Phantasm. That was the first thing he did that I really liked. So the artwork in there is all Patrick's. Starting off with Max right there. Crazy Lady. I'm not going to show it too much. I don't want to spoil it. But yeah, I read some of it. You can see there's those colors might look familiar.
Oh, do you get the comic with each?
So with Wave 1, there was a mini comic, which was I think like maybe the first part of this story. But I don't know if that's going to continue. I don't know. But I mean, you can get the comic through Riot Press too on the website. But I don't know if Ace is going to be selling them or not. But I'll be honest, I really kind of like them. I know Larkin. He's talked about he had issues with shipping, like getting the figure from Wave 1. I know they may have had some issues with that, and I can't fault him for that. That's never any fun when that happens. But and this was before Patrick and I really. It's hard for me to do a review on this because he's a friend of mine, and I feel like I would either be accused of being biased or maybe unintentionally be biased. But I genuinely had fun with this one, transforming it. It was much, I don't know why, but it was easier than when I did the first one. I probably would even transform that on screen, as much as I hate doing that. I love the colors, perfect for army building. It can fit into your chug scale for if you want to do like random Decepticons in the background, But I really like it. I think they look good. That was the first time this stream call, it's been too long, is the first time I had Wildcard out. So I think the biggest selling point is that the price is cheaper.
That's cutting in half basically. So.
Much easier to recommend something like this for $40 than 90.
Yeah.
Anthony Sanchez, are the Seekers available to buy? So riotpressproductions.com, there's a link in the description. There may be some Wave 1 still left. Wave 2 goes up for pre-order tomorrow, Saturday. I know he's on the East Coast, so sometime, I would assume pretty early on the East Coast. Max, yeah, there you go. The Max figure is still available at Big Bad Toy Store. That's another place to look. Interesting choice for today. Patrick's toy. Yeah, I mean, I bought from him at one of the shows. It may have been not PowerCon. Maybe it was PowerCon. Bought one from him, and I think I did a review for it. But yeah, it's a neat concept. I like the idea of doing something that you can use with a collection you already have. Or do something new with it, whether you want the fiction or not. It looks pretty dope and cool. Yeah, I think you would like it. It takes some getting used to. You can tell that, or at least it feels like the guy that engineered the transformation, and I'm assuming it's that Preorder guy. I'm trying to think what it feels like to me to transform. Not G Creation. There's another company that you don't see much out of anymore, and it kind of feels like that. It may have started with a G, and I can't think of it. Not G Creation. Anyway, but it feels familiar, like how it transforms.
Yeah.
Because it's a little more technical than you would think a chug scale figure would be. Who was it? There was a brand that did chug stuff a while back, and you don't see them much anymore.
Is it the ones that did War for Cybertron stuff?
Maybe that's who I'm thinking of.
Oh man, that would be, because I had one of them.
I think that is who I'm thinking of, because they did. I think I had their.
Was it Zeta Toys?
No, I had their Ultra Magnus.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I had these. I had the Starscream, and I broke the mace on it. Snapped.
Yeah, and I think they
all came with maces. Because they did the Dinobots. God, hold on.
That's who I'm thinking of, though. I'm pretty sure that's who I'm thinking of. Like a little better version of that, because their Ultra Magnus I got really cheap, and you could tell it was older.
I have to know now.
I know, right? I feel like you're the Jamie of the Joe Rogan podcast. Like, pull that up for me. Cool to see other Transformer toy lines like this. Kind of sick of Transformers being the only one. Yeah, and like I said, Patrick's a fan of nostalgia. And that's what he did with them. Same thing he did with Johnny Phantasm. He makes his own story, makes his own characters, but he puts it in like a little love letter to other stuff that we all liked growing up, and I really dig that. I think I saw some frat boys doing chug stuff a while back. Yeah, that's different. Chug.
Maybe it was
Planet X.
G Creation?
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Planet X is definitely one. This feels better than Planet X, but that's the Ultra Magnus I was thinking of. There's another one. There is another one I'm thinking of. That
I know who it is.
Dinobots. Who is it?
Is it? It's not Fans Project.
Maybe I am thinking of Fans. Maybe I'm thinking of Fans Project. This feels like some kind of a cross between Planet X and Fans Project.
Planet X, yeah, that's it, right? Yeah.
I think that's what I'm thinking of. That's how these feel. But like I said, it's almost like a really well done Hasbro figure without any gaps and hollow nonsense. But I had much more fun transforming it this time than I did last time, whatever that means. That's just the truth. And I'm actually looking forward to Wave 2. I'm hoping to see some more stuff. They're up tomorrow. I may do like an actual video on these to show them off, but I really just wanted to go live and tell folks that they're available tomorrow. I'll post up on Facebook and Instagram when they go up for pre-order. This is not a paid promotion. I'm not making any money off this. I don't have a discount code for you. But it's just a cool thing that, you know, I had a chance to look at something a little early, and it's definitely the same type of build. You're gonna see a lot of repaints in this, mostly because it costs a friggin' fortune to do a transforming figure. I mean,
Yeah, but
it just does. Um, but I do like that you get a couple different head sculpts with like this one looks more like the army builder head sculpt with when you have like the character build head sculpt with that. Um, weapons easy. I mean, nothing's crazy. I do like, again, I like that the tabs. If someone didn't hear that, so you can see the spots here
mm,
where those tabs will go. Here, let me see if I can get one out of Max here. Try to, yeah. So there you go, just like that. So this, just a little piece. It's just a little nub, right? And that nub just goes. He told me to be careful with this, and I'm not being careful. So, like, you could put it inside here. Now you've got the shield with it in
okay,
there.
yeah,
Now, I mean, it would be colored appropriately on this one, but then it's upside down. But now you can put the shield on his arm. If you don't want it there, you can just take that out and then take the tab out and display it without it. So you don't have a bunch of junk in the way on the shelf. So, and then like with his legs or his arms right here, pop that tab in and then close that up. Now that tab back together. So you don't, I just think options are good, especially when you can army build it and do whatever you want with it, whether you want
yeah.
stuff to look a certain way or not. So yeah, that's cool. I want to say with Wave 1 that even the ones on the, maybe I'm wrong, but I thought even the ones on the guns came out, which I didn't like that much. Maybe I'm making that up, but I feel like it did. I don't know. Or I could have had an early one on that too, which was I may have looked at the 3D printed version of that because they did all their test shots as 3D prints. I bet that's what that was. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I think it's good. I like seeing companies do stuff that remind me of stuff I already like that can fit into a collection I already have, or start something new. But that's it. I think it's going to be fun. Pre-order goes up tomorrow at some point on riotpressproductions.com. Later will be on Big Bad Toy Store. There's like a $5 difference in pre-order price, $39.99 at directly from Patrick, 45 straight from BBTS. I think it's cool, and can fit into a chug collection real easy, and it looks better than most of the Hasbro stuff that's out there now. I think it's awesome. Great little Seeker army.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I like the G2 kind of colors.
Yeah, and like I said, he's good at making these little nods to stuff. Like, see if I can see here. And you've got that one right there. Got a solid black. There's a couple of exclusives he had. There was like a solid white one. And you can actually see the original pricing. I don't know what he's going to do about the original pricing because you can go and look at the Wave 1 stuff on Riot Press and it's still the original price, like 89 bucks. It's a harder pill to swallow. But from what I shared, what he shared on Facebook and what he told me, $39.99 for Riot Press Production website, 45 ordered from pretty much anywhere else. So, looking forward to it. Tony Horton. Thank you, sir. Yeah, that's what I was saying. They still are on the website at the full price, 79 and 89. There's even one that's 500, but I think it's a one of one. I think it's like a one of one production copy. Um, cool, Thomas. I hope you are. Like I say, I'm not really preaching the message of Last of the Seekers, but I can just say that they look cool and I enjoy messing with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like them. I think they're. I had a lot more fun transforming this go around than I did the first set.
Yeah.
And that's just being honest. Um, and this one doesn't seem to be near as seems much more solid, I guess. Either that or I just know what I'm doing more now, which I highly doubt. Uh, how's Jacob Kane coming? It's coming. The artist, uh, Quentin has been busy with stuff that actually pays bills, and I've been busy with stuff that actually pays bills. So it's been still coming. We're still talking about it. We're still working on it. We just gotta do work that makes money before we can do work that's fun. It's just how it is. But it's still coming. We just talked about it last night, so it's still coming along. That'll be a separate show. We'll do a separate show on an update on that and have Quentin back on doing some art. What you got going on Enewtabie?
Uh, a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff.
A lot of real life,
Yeah.
actual outside in the real world stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah, I know.
I got some tax questions for you about how that works too, because
Tax questions?
yeah, I've never been a contract before, so I don't know.
Oh,
That's
you're just gonna get a 1099 and make sure you, for the sake of safety, make sure you set aside at least 30% of whatever you get paid because Uncle Sam's gonna want their cut. Set up quarterly billing so you can just send some money every few months to the tax man. We could talk about it later. This is about but yeah, I'm glad I don't have to deal with it anymore.
Yeah, that and well, let's see. I finally took Eternia out of the box.
Already?
Yeah. Only took like a year.
You got Voltac in? Is that the one you got recent?
Which one?
Voltac, is that the right way? Am I saying that?
Yeah. See, I like the way they do this, right? So you just do the.
We'll do that again. Oh yeah, I love that kind of packaging.
Yeah, because the art is so good.
Yeah, I love that kind of packaging.
Yeah, but yeah, I got that from Mattel. Got some Hot Toys. Kind of dabbled in that a little bit. I did some videos on those Age of the Primes. They're all right stuff. I mean, I don't know about the combiners. Combiners kind of look iffy to me, but
I can't.
Legos, good lord. I jumped in the Lego train and got like 50 sets of Legos because I used to be a big Lego collector back in the day. But that's just about it.
All right, I had to get this guy. This is one of the coolest things I've picked up
Talk about
recently.
that. Talk about that.
Golly, man. This dude is awesome. So inside here's there's the magnet to.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if I can light his eyes up.
Oh, that's nice. Who makes that again?
So it feels like Fury or the same one that made that tiger that I had.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Maestro Union.
They have
It
like
feels
an
like
X
that.
and something in the name or something like that.
Yeah, it's Maestro Union. It's Fury Toys. All those. But this one was called something else. It's like they have a different company for every figure they make. But it's all cloth goods, all wired inside here. All cloth. This is the cloth uniform. This is, I feel like that's cloth, but like lacquered so that it doesn't move.
Yeah.
Tons of accessories, more hand swaps than I even can care to show. I think because I pre-ordered it came with 3 heads, so 2 normally, which are the white beard, then it came with a black beard, like a reverse almost, where all this is black.
Yeah.
Tons of stuff. Little, so there's a gourd, right? And the gourd actually has a cap that comes off, and there's a
Hmm.
little water spout thing that comes out that makes him look like he's drinking water out of it.
Oh, that's cool.
But like, just a killer looking figure. To be a bulky figure, good articulation. Like all this is all accessories. These two pieces here,
Hmm.
this gold bracelet here is you can take that off. This little flask you can take off. He's got a bamboo looking bow staff that looks kind of like this, right? But a whole
Oh, yeah.
bow staff of it. This thing is awesome. I haven't done a real review in a while, but I may have to put this in front of the camera because it's really a cool figure. Um, and I honestly think that it goes well with something like Animal Warriors of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a massive panda. Look how big that is.
Yeah.
But I think it can fit with that. It can fit with, honestly, it could fit with TMNT, you know,
Yeah, that's true.
stuff like that. But it's phenomenal figure. The hat will come off. He's got 2 or 3 different little buns and ponytails.
Mhm.
Tons of articulation. Like I said, the wire. This is all wired, so you can have that like it's flowing in the wind. Killer.
Yeah, I think what made me think about getting one.
Yeah, so I got it from 5K Toys. I pre-ordered it. I don't know, a few months ago maybe, and then I got an email saying that it arrived in the U.S. stores, and it came here within a week of it arriving at the store.
Yeah.
Damn, I love. I know who's I talking to is T-Man that doesn't really care for animal figures like that.
Mhm.
Like that's just not his thing. But I love it. That's why I like AWOC so much. But I hope to see all those guys this weekend at Toylanta. There's a ton of people that's going to be at Toylanta this weekend. So I plan on seeing Ace and Jason from Spiro and all those guys. Derek. Um, Brutal Realm, I think, is going to be there. Savage Crucible, I think, is going to be there. There's going to be a ton of folks. Did I happen to get his brother? Who's his brother?
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try to meet Zeta there for the first time. I gotta stay like get my P's and Q's together to meet Zeta, or else he'll make a meme about me or something. make me feel terrible. The panda, that is the panda. I don't know what brother you're talking about. But no, I guess it doesn't matter. That's the only panda I've gotten, so I didn't get his brother. If there's another one, yeah, I definitely like that. I've got a soft spot for like what's it called, anthropomorphic animals.
Yeah.
Anthony asked, did any of you order the HasLab Transformer? No, the last one I ordered was Deathsaurus. So if it's beyond that, no.
I didn't order it, but our friend probably has an extra one that will sell me if
That's right.
time comes.
Well, man, I don't want to keep it too long. I got supper to eat, but I really just wanted to show off this Riot Press stuff, these Seekers,
Yeah.
and maybe introduce them to a couple folks that didn't know about them.
Yeah.
And especially that price. That price is golden for these. I mean, it's not much different than a Hasbro figure at that point.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, that's all. I guess it's not really liter scale anymore. This would be what, Voyager?
Probably,
By
yeah.
itself, but weigh probably twice as much plastic than what's in a Voyager Hasbro figure. So yeah, definitely worth $40. Worth 45 at other stores, but I would probably go straight to Riot Press and get it, unless you just are used to working with Big Bad and want to do it with him. But well worth it. We got to go live again. I feel rusty.
Yeah.
I feel rusty, like I need to do it. Need to do it more often. So we got to do it. Maybe I might record some. I always say this, but I might record some stuff at Toylanta.
I'll
Do a
be
couple
free
interviews.
most of next week, and then after that, I'm gonna be tied up.
Tied up.
Mhm.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all. For anyone who mentioned Jacob Kane, I'll leave you with this. Appreciate you. We'll be back.
Thanks for watching.
What he said. Quentin J. Bedwell and Cato bring you a Synchronized Bowels production. The Book of Jacob Kane. The Book of Jacob Kane is a supernatural fantasy set in the old American West. What happens when ancient evils awaken? One man is destined to save the world. The Book of Jacob Kane. Coming soon.